IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. GYM Tractors, a winning line.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data, 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Baseball is all about stepping up to the plate when it matters most. And when you've been injured, you need a heavy hitter in your corner. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you ready to round the bases?
If there's one thing that's consistent with what everybody's telling me about what he's been working on, is trying to stay out of the middle of the plate. He's given up a lot of home runs and a lot of hits, a lot of traffic on the bases. He's got to try and work on the corners a little bit more, command his fastball a little better, and get a little more movement going on his fastball that hasn't been there for most of the season.
See if that works for him tonight. Braves face Cade Horton, whom we just saw, and with Drake Baldwin and Cade Horton are your odds-on favorites for National League Rookie of the Year. And I'm not saying that what happens tonight is going to determine that, but it could really swing things one way or the other.
Well, anything that happens late always influences the voters. No matter what you've done all year, if you finish with a flourish, you could win an award like this. I think what Drake Baldwin has done, his body of work, if you want to call it that, all season long as a catcher, has just been outstanding. And while this is like the 20th start for Horton, it's not like he just got here. He's pitching great, taking nothing away from him. He's going to be a really good pitcher for a long time in their rotation. But I'm a Drake Baldwin guy, obviously.
Yeah, it makes two of us. Really curious to see how the Braves go about facing Horton tonight because they just saw him. He's been so good. They're going to limit him to about 75 pitches and then go into their bullpen. So we'll see how that plays out for the Braves tonight.
He did that in Chicago and didn't give up a hit.
That's right.
The next hit by the Braves against Horton will be their first.
Can only go up from here. When we come back, Joe will introduce you to the starting lineup. As after that, we'll have the first pitch. Braves and Cubs right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Ameris isn't just a bank, we're your bank, and we're proud to provide you free checking with mobile banking to give you full access to your account wherever you are. Enjoy the freedom of no minimum balance requirements or monthly service fees, because when you use Ameris Bank, you get the confidence of a committed financial partner on your side. Visit amerisbank.com/free checking to get free checking that fits your life. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. See the miscellaneous services pricing guide for details.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
With Quick Wins Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. It all ends September 14th, so hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery.
Fall's coming fast, Braves country, and deer season's right behind it. Whether you're learning a new lease, planning a public land trip, or headed to deer camp like you have for years, the onX Hunt app is your ticket to a better hunt. See public and private boundaries, drop trail cam and tree stand waypoints, map access routes and road systems, and share it all with your hunt crew. Even with no cell service, onX shows all of your content, boundaries, and your exact GPS location. Download the onX Hunt app from your app store and get after your best fall yet.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare's Heart Care Services. When it comes to your heart or someone close to you, nothing matters more than receiving the absolute best care. It's crucial to seek out doctors who are renowned experts in their fields, highly skilled, and pushing the boundaries of heart disease treatment. At Emory Heart and Vascular, you'll find a large team of specialized physicians and nurses dedicated to your heart health. They offer more options for customized treatment solutions that work for you. To learn more, visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare.
Hey, Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do. Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you. We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Horner and Kelly.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your...
Nacho Alvarez Jr. will be the third baseman, and he bats ninth. Again, for the Braves, it is Profar, Olsen, and Albies, Baldwin, Kim, and Harris, Acuna, Fraley, and Alvarez. Those are your starting lineups. Beautiful night for baseball. If you're in the area, come on by and join us. Braves and Cubs cranking it up. Game 2 of the 3-game set right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
Hey, Braves fans, Onward Reserve is your hometown team for top-line casual sportswear. Whether you're out on the golf course, going to dinner, or enjoying some baseball at Truist Park, Onward Reserve's clothes are the perfect fit. With 12 retail locations throughout Braves country, Onward Reserve is proud to help you get to the game in style. Swing by the Braves Clubhouse store for exclusive designs made just for the A. Visit us online at onwardreserve.com. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves.
FanDuel Sports Network is your home for your home teams. One app means one destination all year long for the most local games in your area. Watch all the big hits, big shots, and the big goals all in one place. For coverage of your local MLB, NBA, and NHL teams year-round, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com or download the FanDuel Sports Network app to sign up for our annual pass. Don't miss a minute of the action. Game on.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. And when it comes to racing, our team needs a crew it can count on. And when it comes to plumbing or drain repairs, we trust the Roto-Rooter pros who have been keeping America's pipes flowing since 1935. So the next time you're facing a plumbing or drain emergency, call Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
The Roto-Rooter team fixes plumbing and water problems for homes and businesses. Schedule at rotorooter.com or call 1-800-GET-ROTO.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win.
That's why I trust.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com. Or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
¿Lesionado en un accidente de auto y no sabes qué hacer? Visita abogados.com. Somos Morgan & Morgan, la firma más grande de lesiones de Estados Unidos. Con o sin papeles, luchamos por ti. Recuerda, no pagas nada si no ganas. ¿Lesionado? Visita abogados.com. Morgan & Morgan, hablamos tu idioma.
Hablamos tu idioma. Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or
8 miles an hour. This is game number 145. That means there are 17 left after tonight. The Cubs come in with a record of 81-63. They're in second place in the Central, 7.5 back, but sitting comfortably in the number one wild card spot in the National League with a 5-game lead. However, they have lost 4 of their last 5. They also had to put Kyle Tucker on the injured list today with a left calf strain, and they've called up Moises Ballesteros to take his place. For the Braves, they enter with 65-79 record, 4th place, but only 1 game back of the Marlins as they enter play tonight, and they are 35-35 here at home, 2-2 against the Cubs, and the Braves take the field. Defensively tonight for the Braves in the outfield, left to right, Profar, Harris, and Jake Fraley in right field. First to third, it's Olsen and Ozzie, the 2 home run hitters last night. The left side of the diamond, Kim and Nacho Alvarez. Drake Baldwin will do the catching, and on the mound, Spencer Strider, who will try to have a second season, if you will, here from now till the end of the season. Forget about what's been going on the rest of the year. It's been a struggle for him, as everyone knows. A 5-12 record, a 4.97 ERA. He did pitch against the Cubs in Chicago on the 1st of September. 5 innings, 3 runs, gave up a homer. And he's given up 18 homers in 101 innings. That's way more than you would expect from Spencer. But a lot of that is because what Brian Snitker was talking about with his location. He does not throw 99 anymore. He's going to have to be a little more judicious about how and where he throws his fastball. His slider has been pretty decent. Left-handers hitting him at a 257 clip. Right-handers 261. But he's just about ready to go. He's got a different look tonight. And here to tell you all about that look and what's going on is Ben Ingram.
It just doesn't look like the same guy, does it?
He's not. He's dressed differently, too.
Spencer Strider, clean shaven. First time we've ever seen him without the mustache. There have been stretches where he's gone with a beard, but we've never seen him clean shaven. Kind of became his identity along the way. That mustache just made him so recognizable. It's almost like seeing Burt Reynolds without a mustache.
Yeah.
Just not used to seeing it. He'll be facing Michael Busch, Ian Happ, and Seiya Suzuki in the top of the first inning. Spencer about to make his 20th start of the year and looking for his first win since the 28th of July. He looks to be ready. So is Michael Busch. Second game of the series. And now for the ball game. The pitch misses low and inside. Starting up tonight at 7:16 Eastern, 6:16 Central, and 77 degrees. Just a beautiful evening. Just a couple of very tiny clouds, like little specks smeared across the sky off in the distance. What a night. 1 ball and no strikes on Michael Busch, who was 1 for 4 last night. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Busch. And a ball outside. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 2 balls and no strikes on Bush. He's a .256 hitter. Spencer hits the outside corner with a fastball at 96. There's his first strike of the game.
He almost hurt himself in that first delivery, Ben. His left foot slid on the front slope of the mound. Glad he didn't roll an ankle.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Bush takes a strike. Good-looking fastball there at 97, low and away.
We're going to be paying a lot of attention to location for Spencer tonight, but unfortunately with C.B. Buckner back there, it may not matter. Just a wild guess.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low and inside. There's always 2 games going on when CB's behind the plate. Yeah. The game that we're watching and then the one that he calls. They can be very different at times. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Michael Bush. Strider hoping for a strikeout with the first batter that he faces. Payoff pitch. Just missed the inside corner with a fastball down. And it's a leadoff walk. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks, use code BRAVES, and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. 1 on for Ian Happ. Switch hitter batting second in their order. First pitch to Happ. And a called strike. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Braves wearing their home white uniforms tonight. White tops, white pants, red lettering, red numerals. Outlined in navy. Braves across the chest on top of the red tomahawk. Give you the description on the Cubs after the next pitch. 0-1 on Ian Happ. Here it is from Strider. That'll be fouled back. Cubs in their traveling grays, tops and pants. Blue lettering, red numerals, and both outlined in white. Chicago arching across the chest of their gray uniforms. 0-2 on Ian Happ. 20 homers this season. 0 for 3 in last night's game. Strider set right at the belly coming from the stretch in the 0-2 pitch. Whacked in the air to center and then just about took out second base umpire Scott Berry. Whizzed right behind him at a base hit into center field. So a walk and a single. The Cubs in business. Runners at first and second, no one out. 2-men aboard for Seiya Suzuki. Mentioned that the last time Strider earned a win was back on July 28th. That was in a game at Kansas City. Since then, an ERA over 9. And Suzuki takes a strike. In fact, since that last win, he's gone 0-4 with a 9.13 ERA. He's given up 8 homers in his last 23 2/3 innings. And altogether, like Joe mentioned, Braves have lost his last 5 starts. Got to turn that around. Here's the 0-1 Suzuki. Lifted towards shallow right, sprinting in. Jake Fraley can't get there. Plays it on a bounce, and now it bounces behind him. He's got it, sends it in, and the bases are loaded. So just a flare single by Suzuki into shallow right. And that loads him up for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Jake got in a little bit of a hurry because he was going to have a play for a force play at second base. Runners had to freeze to see if he was going to catch it. But in his haste, tried to barehand the first top, and he didn't come up with it cleanly.
So now Strider suddenly surrounded by Cubs. Here is Pete Crow Armstrong. And he swings and misses at a first pitch slider. Not his best swing. 0-1, and a good job by Spencer getting ahead. Last night, the Cubs had 1 run on 5 hits and threatening for more than that in the first inning. 0-1 pitch, and he swings and misses over the top of a slider.
Well, that pitch almost hit Crow Armstrong, and he still swung at it.
So now 0-2. Boy, he could really use a strikeout right here. After Crow Armstrong, it's Horner, who's a really good contact hitter. And time called by Pete Crow Armstrong. Mentioned that Strider's last outing was against these Cubs. That was on September 1st. 5 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits. That's the only other time he's seen this franchise. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and inside with a slider. That almost hit him in the foot as well. On a 1-2 count. So there's some familiarity because these guys just saw him just 8 days ago. But outside of that, they would have never seen him prior. This will be the 15th pitch of the inning by Strider. Righty-lefty matchup on the 1-2 pitch on the way to Crow Armstrong. Pulled foul. It hits the railing next to where Brian Snitker's sitting down there in the dugout. Do it again with a 1-2 count.
See, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you pull a ball that hard, that fast, unless it was about to hit you.
Mm-hmm. Pete Crow Armstrong 0 for 4 in last night's game. 1-2 pitch. Pulled foul again. It's off the railing of the Braves dugout. He's trying to find the right slider to get it by the swinging bat of Pete Crow Armstrong. This guy, a .252 average, lots of power, 28 home runs, but a lot of that production came before the All-Star break. 1-2 misses high and outside.
That was a good spot, though, to go up and away. He just couldn't get Crow Armstrong, to pull the trigger.
Ready with a 2-2, pitch on the way, drilled to deep right field, down the line. That is hooking and foul.
Wait a minute, let's watch CB. What do you call it?
Fortunately, that's not his call. Now, we're telling you about the numbers for Pete Crow Armstrong. That just missed to the right of the foul pole. This is a guy who hit a ton of home runs in the first 4 months of the season. They're trying to get his bat back onto that power surge. 2-2 in the air to right field. Jake Fraley drifting in. He's under it, slows. Under it, makes the catch. Tagging from third base, Michael Busch. Throw goes to second. It's 1-0 Cubs. So after a lengthy battle on the 9th pitch of that exchange between Strider and Crow Armstrong, it's a sac fly to right field. Drives in the run. Busch scores, and it's 1-0 Chicago.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Give up a sac fly, and you get a double play here. You have done some pretty good pitching.
That would go a long way. Nico Horner, 1 for 4. And that one was a double last night. He scored the only Cubs run of the game last night. But he's a very good contact hitter. First pitch to him in the dirt and smothered back there by Baldwin. For Horner, he has hit into 4 double plays this year. The Cubs as a team have hit into fewer double plays than any team in the big leagues. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Horner lifts one foul into the seats down the right field line, 1-1.
Sounds like they're taught to uppercut, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Well, especially for that ballpark. And
yeah.
Think about days where the wind is blowing out. They're geared for that ballpark. Get it in the air, let the wind take it out of there. They had no problem with that first 3-4 months of the season when the wind was blowing out a lot. But they say lately, been blowing in about every day. And it was blowing in 2 of the 3 days we were there last week. 1-0 Cubs. Runners at first and second. 1 down for Nico Horner. Strider fires a 1-1 pitch. Out back into the screen, 1-2. Thought we would see Strider during the series against the Mariners. He was scheduled to go over the weekend versus Seattle. And the Braves wanted to give him a little bit more time between starts, so working on extra rest tonight. 1-2 pitch to Horner. A reach and a miss, and he struck him out with a slider. That's a good pitch, breaking down and away from the right-handed batter. Comes along at a good time for Strider, and 2 down.
Boy, that'll help.
So now he's got to go through Carson Kelly, and Kelly was swinging a very hot bat last time we saw him. And there was one game of that series where he pretty much won it himself. Kelly, a lot of power. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Go back to game 1 of that series, Braves and Cubs at Wrigley on September 1st, the game that Strider started. It was Kelly who, once the Braves went into the bullpen, hit a homer in the 8th inning to tie the game, and then a base hit in the 10th inning to win the game. There's a ball low to Kelly. Right-handed batter, .256 average. He's the sixth Cub to the plate in the top of the first inning. Strider's 1-1. Kelly with a fly ball to deep center field. Michael Harris goes left and right, back to his left, and on the warning track, he's under it for the out. You want to talk about damage control, that's what Spencer Strider just accomplished. He had bases loaded, no one out, gave up just the one run, and did so on a couple of hits, no errors and two left.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data, 1H2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
A summer day is the most righteous time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
1-0 Cubs into the bottom of the first inning. Going to be Jurickson Profar, Matt Olson, and Ozzie Albies at the plate, taking their first hacks at Cade Horton, a fabulous rookie who's been terrific here in the second half of the Cubs. He's making his 20th start of the year and his 21st overall appearance. And his first pitch is a ball outside to Jurickson Profar. The leather for Chicago, Michael Busch at first base, Nico Horner at second, Dansby Swanson at shortstop, and Matt Shaw's at third base. There's a called strike on Jurickson Profar. Ian Happ is in left field. Pete Crow Armstrong mans center field. Willie Castro in right. Carson Kelly is the catcher. And like we mentioned, this rookie, Cade Horton on the mound. There's the 1-1 from the righty. In for a called strike. If you want to start going through his scouting report, Joe, you're going to need some time because he's got a bunch of pitches and they go so many different directions. There's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. And Jurickson with a fly ball towards center field. Coming in, Crow Armstrong. Going out, Dansby Swanson. And that'll be the shortstop. Swanson's ball in shallow left center. 1 down.
It all works off the fastball, though, Ben. He's 95 to 97 with a fastball, right-handed. He'll throw a curveball and a changeup to lefties, but to righties mostly goes with the sweeper instead of the previous two.
There it is to Matt Olson. There's a called strike. I was chatting with Tim Hires before the game, Braves hitting coach. We were talking about the arsenal that Horton has, and he says, well, let's just talk about the sweeper first. He said that thing does 2 things. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a called strike. He said sometimes if he just really lets it rip, looks like a traditional slide or traditional sweeper and goes across left to right, depending on who you're talking to, batter or pitcher. And then other times it can look like a traditional curveball with more downward action. And he said it's really hard to really drill down on that one pitch because it doesn't do the same thing every time. There's the 0-2 pitch. And Olson fouls one back.
They have been very conservative with this guy. He was a number 1 pick, 7th pick in the draft back in 22, but he has not thrown a lot of innings.
0-2 to Olson. Missed a low, 1-2.
This is his 20th start, but again, a 75 or 80 pitch limit for him tonight. In AAA, 6 starts, 2-1, a 1.24 ERA.
1-2, hit hard, but out to Swanson on a knee from shallow center. Up with it, throws over to first base, and 2 down.
So not a lot of work, not a lot of innings, very successful, but they're really treating him with kid gloves.
Yes, they are. Well, to that point, when we saw him in Chicago on the 3rd, he went 75 pitches, and Snit after the game said, I was glad to see him come out. He said, we weren't solving him, so I was glad to see somebody else. That's what worked out for the Braves. They came back and won the game, but they did nothing versus Horton. There's a called strike on Albies. Horton, 6'1", 210 from Norman, Oklahoma, 24 years old. There's the 0-1 pitch. And Ozzie with a fly ball to right field. Willie Castro sprinting in. He's there. Makes the catch over the top of his blue cap. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Cubs.
Hard hit ball to short. Scoop.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
T-Mobile is more than the best network in the game. They're now the best network in America, according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. So MLB fans are connected from home to home plate. With the most advanced 5G, the most towers, and a signal that goes farther than ever, you can keep up with your teams on the road, overseas, and even off the grid. For baseball fans, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data, 1H 2025, compatible device and plan required for T-Satellite. See details at T-Mobile.com.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Guess which baseball player or manager is at the plate?
None of this would be
.org.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Chuck Oliver. You won't be able to get through the end of baseball season or the entire college football season without Chuck and Chernoff. Weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
1-0 Cubs into the top of the second. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay in your car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. That's Valvoline. Spencer Strider faced 6 batters in the first inning, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, had 1 strikeout, which was our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout. Here's Willie Castro to lead it off. Castro swings on the first pitch and a live fly ball out towards left center field. Michael Harris to his right, able to run it down and makes the catch out in left center field. Good run by Michael Harris out there to deep left center. Yeah, just like that strikeout of the first inning, just like Spencer Strider. Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas plans. This difference is good. The 1 pitch, 1 down. That brings Dansby Swanson to the plate. Swanson 1 for 3 last night. His 1 hit was a single late in the game. Pitch on the way to him. There's a called strike 0-1. No, you were able to visit with Dansby today. That's probably a good catch-up.
Yeah, it was. It was great to see him. Still looks like he just stepped out of Marietta.
Got his average at 247. Takes a front door curveball that apparently misses according to CB.
He's had a good second half. Really rallied with his average. Still has 70 RBIs.
1-1 low and outside.
He and his wife Mallory expecting their first child in the off season, sometime in November.
That's exciting.
So he's excited about that naturally.
He and the Cubs leading 1-0 in the top of the second. Base is empty, 1 out. Wind up in the 2-1. Check swing. And it's a strike, 2-2. Strider with a high Navy socks up to the knees. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. Take a hike. Swanson swings and misses at a slider. Good-looking pitch there by Strider, his second strikeout. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of our pregame meal, which was pretty good. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 2 down for Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw swings to the first pitch. Hits a bottle rocket right in front of the plate. Drake Baldwin right there on the dirt makes the catch. And down they go. Very quick inning in the top of the second. Nice work by Spencer Strider. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0 Cubs.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Guess who said the following?
I know they're a good team. We played against them earlier this year.
Me on the Buck Belue Show weeknights from 6 to 8 when the Braves are off, and Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan.
1-0 Cubs into the bottom of the second inning alongside Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Drake Baldwin, Ha-Sung Kim, and Michael Harris for the Braves in the bottom of the second as Cade Horton goes back to work. First pitch that he shows to Drake Baldwin fouled back. We fully anticipate these two guys in some order to be 1 and 2 in Rookie of the Year voting. And Drake getting to have this showdown with Cade Horton. Horton, 24 years old. Gone 9 and 4 with a 2.78 ERA. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. And Drake with a foul ball into the seats down the left field line. Tim Hires told me before the game, he said, the guys that we have in the lineup, he said, the swing that I like the best to go against what Horton presents is Drake's because it's such a flat swing. He's down 0-2 right now on the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls one back, hanging alive, got a piece of a curveball.
Well, one thing's for sure we've noticed, and that is you don't have to wait long for Horton to deliver. He gets a new ball, he gets ready, and he's anxious to go.
Kind of fidgety out there, isn't he?
He is.
0-2 to Baldwin. And he swings and tips one in and out of the mid of Carson Kelly, still 0-2.
It's a short arm action, too. He pulls it back kind of like a catcher. So those guys are hard typically to pick up, get the ball, see the ball out of their hands.
0-2 pitch. And Baldwin fouls that in and out of the mid of Kelly again. Well, he said that you see a pitcher in close proximity, 2 starts within a span of a week or a week and a half. Said you're a lot more aware of what they have. So that gives you a leg up compared to the first time that you faced him. But against this guy tonight, they want to keyhole him a little bit more, be a little bit more selective. 0-2 pitch. That misses low. And where Tim thought the team was struggling last go-around, they felt like they were chasing high and low. He said, I want to eliminate that chase high. If you chase low, okay, and he gets you down there, that's one thing. 1-2 pitch, and he swings and misses at a changeup away for strike 3. But they just want to keyhole him a little bit more, make him throw a few more pitches, be a little bit more selective.
was talking to Jim DeShays, longtime big league pitcher who's now an analyst and has been for the Cubs for a long time on their TV network. And I was asking him about Horton, and he said, we heard a lot about this guy and his slider. Threw hard, had a good slider. What we didn't know,
pitch to Kim, is a little bit low,
was what a good changeup he has, and just demonstrated there for the strikeout against Drake. So keep an eye out for that changeup tonight, too.
That was good. 1-0 fouled back. Altogether, it's a 6-pitch mix, which is a lot for a guy who just got to the big leagues. One nothing Cubs in the second. 1-1 a little bit low and outside. Go ahead.
You have to understand, though, Ben, that he comes from Norman. So there's a lot of work that goes into all the pitches and being ready to throw them.
I should have known that. 2-1, chopper left side, coming in and picking it on that in-between bounce was Shaw. And he throws over for the out, 2 down. As far as high school and college goes, he took the Joe Simpson route, didn't he?
He's about as close to a homeboy as I'm ever going to have.
Same high school, same college. We've been telling you about these numbers for Horton since the All-Star break. And his stock has really exploded since the break. Michael Harris sends one foul into the seats down the left field line. Since the All-Star break, Cade Horton has gone 6-1 with an 0.77 ERA. And he's given up just 2 home runs in 48 2/3 innings since the break. 0-1 pitch is low. In fact, he's allowed just 24 hits since the All-Star break. That's in almost 49 innings. Only 7 of those have been extra base hits.
Wow, that's very impressive.
There's a called strike. So over his last 9 starts, 7 extra base hits allowed, 5 doubles, 2 homers. He has not given up anything. And his 1-2 pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Fly ball to left field. Ian Happ back into his right to the warning track. Opens the glove, makes the catch, and then gently into the left field wall. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. It's 1-0 Chicago.
Yo, champs, blaze your trail with Georgia's own Simpleaf Sport CBD and their...
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. After portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Lead for the Cubs, alongside Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Braves did not have a base runner there in the bottom of the second, which means we did not have a winner in the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Back to the top of the order for the Cubs with Michael Busch, who has walked and scored, and Busch fouls one back. If the Braves had stolen a base there in the bottom of the second, our contestant Hal McMahon would have been the winner of $700 in free marathon gas cards. And you can be part of our Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Here's the 0-1 to Busch. A little bit low and outside. 1-1. borderline few pitches that first trip to the plate for Bush versus Strider. He ended up walking and eventually scored. Swings it from the left side. Check swing. That's in for a called strike. 1-2. You know, after that first inning, there was a meeting down there in the dugout with Strider and Rick Kranitz. Rick looked pretty demonstrative, and they looked like they were getting on the same page and maybe had a few things figured out. You hope that's the case. Strider had a 1-2-3 second inning, and he bounces that pitch. That slider bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, whatever Cranny told him at the end of the first, it sure worked in the second inning.
It did.
And just speculating, I don't have any idea what he said to him, but it looked like he was talking about like when he starts at his sign and then turns to start his windup. That looked like what they were discussing.
So something mechanical, perhaps.
Yes, can't be sure.
2-2 check swing and appeal. Yes, sir. He went. Struck him out with a curveball. Strikeout number 3 for Spencer Strider. One down in the third inning. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Similar to last night, seeing a bunch of check swings.
Well, that's good. Means they're picking the ball up late, not seeing the slider out of his hand. And C.B. Buckner.
One out for Ian Happ. First pitch, a slow curveball outside, 1-0.
We're used to seeing in the past a lot of strikeouts for Spencer, of course. But 3 strikeouts right now is a lot this early lately.
Right. 1-0 to Happ. And Happ charges one up to deep center field, spreading back with urgency. Harris at the wall and plays it off the wall. He sends it in. It'll be a double by Happ, and he just missed a homer. That was a fastball that he barreled. He was on time for that one. Unfortunately, it didn't leave the yard.
He's kind of an underrated player, in my opinion, but both of his hits have come on fastballs that were center cut and about belt high. And as you said, Spencer was very lucky that didn't get out of the yard.
Hit about halfway up the wall, just in front of the Braves bullpen. Now Seiya Suzuki, the batter. Runner at second, 1 out. It's 1-0 Cubs in the top of the third. Suzuki takes the first pitch strike.
We talk a lot about good plays that Michael Harris makes when he makes running, diving, catches, laying out for balls. That was a good play just to prevent the ball from bouncing back past him.
0-1, a little bit outside. Kind of swatted it down, didn't he?
Well, he did. He used his whole body to. He didn't know exactly how it was going to come off the padding, and he was just trying to block it like a hockey goalie almost when it came back to him.
1-1 bounced up there, knocked down by Drake.
Another good play there.
Man, if you're in center field especially, and that ball comes off the wall and goes by you, you know that by the time you turn around, that runner could be coming around third base.
Yeah, especially the way Happ can run.
Seiya Suzuki had a flare single back in the first inning to right field. 245 hitter. 2-1 low and outside. Had a notion, but laid off the slider. Home plate umpire C.B. Buckner gets 4 brand new baseballs from Bat Boy coming out of the Braves dugout. A run on 3 hits for the Cubs. No runs, no hits for the Braves. Strider, a glance to second. Out of the stretch, set right of the belly. Kicks and brings it 3-1. Check swing didn't go. Tried a 3-1 slider. That'll be ball 4. And the second walk allowed by Strider.
It's interesting what a quick, easy inning he had with the lower third of the order. But this part, the first 6 batters, as he did in the first inning, giving him fits.
Yeah, a lot of traffic. That first inning could have been a lot worse. They had him loaded with no one out and scored just the 1 run. Pete Crow Armstrong takes a ball low and in. Keep telling us anytime we visit with some of the Cubs broadcasters about the 2 halves of the season for Pete Crow Armstrong. cooled off a lot here in the second half. 1-0 pitch. And flared in the air to left field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Coming around third base Happ. It bounces a couple of times into the glove of Profar. And it's an RBI single by Pete Crow Armstrong. Just got enough wood on it to lift it over the infield. And a soft single makes it 2-0 Cubs here in the third.
I'm not sure the Cubs are all that concerned with the fact that Crow Armstrong's power has kind of vacated the premises lately. They want him to be healthy. He's missed some games recently with a bad knee, so he's back out there in center field tonight. This might be a sign of things to come for him as he regroups.
Yeah, they need his bat for sure. Here's Nico Horner. Horner takes a ball low. One more thought on Pete Crow Armstrong. He's only hit 1 homer since August 1st. And he's chasing a little bit of history. He needs a couple more home runs between now and the end of the season to have a 30-30 campaign. There's the 1-0 pitch. There's a ball low and outside. Crow Armstrong remains 2 homers shy of joining Sammy Sosa as the only Cub to go 30-30. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way to Horner. Laced out towards right field, down for a base hit. Runners had to make sure it's going to get through. They advance 1 base. That'll load the bases. So Horner a single. Crow Armstrong to second. Suzuki to third. And they're loaded once again, this time with 1 down.
That was a good pitch. You got to give Horner credit there. That was down and away, the lower corner away from Horner, and he took it to right field.
Not to take anything away from the rest of the guys in that lineup, but he's such a good contact hitter. He might be the only guy who could do that with that pitch.
Well, and we were talking about him last night, Ben, about Horner being a guy, ordinarily, he's up near the top of the order for the Cubs, either leading off or batting second. He handles it real well. Another visit from Rick Kranitz that will hopefully get Spencer back on track again.
Spencer standing behind the rubber, looking down, taking some deep breaths. Carson Kelly flat out to center back in the first inning. That ended the first inning. He bats now with the bases loaded and 1 out. And he's trying to add on to this 2-0 lead for the Cubs here in the third. Kelly swings at the first pitch, pops it up, foul ground by the dugout. Matt Olson at the railing out of room. Lands right on top of the Braves dugout down the first baseline. Been nice to steal it out that way. But a 0-1 count on Carson Kelly.
He's certainly a double play candidate, even though you said the Cubs don't hit into many.
He is second on their team with 11 of them. 0-1 to Kelly. And misses low. Seiya Suzuki has hit into the most double plays on their team, as he's hit into 13 of them. As a team, they've hit into just 64 all year. Strider deals the 1-1. That swung on and missed. Pretty good looking curveball there. 1-2.
Yeah, it was.
Kelly, 1 career grand slam. This season, he's 1 for 12 when batting with the bases loaded. So trying to keep him cold. 1-2 to Kelly. Fanned him. Went with a slider away. Had the good curveball to get to strike 2 and the good slider away for strike 3. 2 down, and let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
4 strikeouts for Striders. We're in the top of the third inning. Still 1 out to go. And here's Willie Castro, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Castro takes ball low and inside. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side, a .229 average.
Big hitter right here for Spencer. Again, some damage control in the first. Needs another out right here.
2-0 Cubs, bases loaded, 2 down. On the 1-0 pitch on the way to Castro. Fought off foul. Into the lower bowl of the stadium down the third baseline.
Been some good sliders tonight. He struck out Horner with one in the first inning, and he just got Carson Kelly with a good slider.
Strider ready. Spins the 1-1 to the plate. Missed high with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike on Castro. Two runs on 5 hits for the Cubs. No runs, no hits for the Braves. A 2-1 pitch. Check swing, tap foul, goes to the backstop, 2-2. Well, for the Cubs, it's been a tale of 2 seasons with their lineup, which ranked second in runs per game at the All-Star break. They ranked 28th in runs per game since the All-Star break. And it's situations like this where they've been inconsistent. They're in the first half of the season. They were automatic. Only the Astros and Cardinals have been worse since the All-Star game. Ready with a 2-2 Strider. And he cuts it loose. And he struck him out. Used a slider to fan Castro.
Great job.
More damage control by Strider. Gives up 1 run on 3 hits, a walk, and the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 2-0 Cubs.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight.
Fair and Farah.
Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Let's see if we can figure out the following basic.
Can't keep you up to date on what really matters to you. Make Chuck and Chernoff part of your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan. Or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
2-0 Cubs into the bottom of the third inning. Braves looking for their first base runner of the game. Looking for their first hit. Here's Ronald Acuna to lead it off. It's 7-8-9 for the Braves, and Acuna sends 1 foul. Tonight, Ronald is playing in his 800th career game. And as he enters the action, he has 448 career RBIs, 2 behind Ryan Klesko for 14th in Atlanta history. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss up and in. And he took a stride towards turning things around last night with his RBI single in the first inning. That ended an 0-for-25 stretch. 1-1 from Horton. In there for a strike. Fastball 94. Cade Horton, 29 pitches, 22 strikes. 1-2 to Acuna. And he sends it foul over by the Cubs dugout. Mentioned this the last time that we saw Horton. This guy was not only a baseball star in high school, but a football star. He was the quarterback at Norman High, and he passed for over 3,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. But needless to say, he's got a great arm. 1-2 misses low. His plan was to play baseball on scholarship at Oklahoma and walk onto the football team. But ended up having to have Tommy John, so that disrupted any thoughts of football. 2-2 pitch to Acuna, pulled foul into the camera well at this side of the Cubs dugout. Hopefully they're all right over there. That got somebody.
Yeah, I think I also heard a story that when he went into the quarterback room, he realized there was no real need for him at OU. But
bunch of Heisman winners.
Yeah.
2-2 to Acuna, and Acuna drives one out towards deep center field. Back to the wall, and that is off the wall on the fly. Pete Crow Armstrong comes up with the carom, fires it in quickly, and in standing with a double is Ronald Acuna. Boy, Crow Armstrong got that in so quickly that it was almost a really close play at second. Ronald went in standing just ahead of the throw from center, and it's a leadoff double.
I can't believe that didn't get out of here. Just wasn't high enough. But you're right about Pete Crow Armstrong playing that off the padding perfectly.
He had it in his possession for about a split second.
Yeah.
So that's the first hit the Braves have collected off of Cade Horton. And this is second start versus Atlanta. There's a ball outside of Jake Fraley. Chance to cut into that Cubs lead. They have a 2-0 advantage here in the bottom of the third inning. Jake Fraley in right field tonight. Ronald the DH. Fraley swings and misses at a changeup. There's that pitch again you mentioned.
It's a good one. Yeah, maybe that double will break the ice.
1-1 to Fraley. Comebacker, and just about hit Ronald. He hung in there as long as he could, then spun out of the way. Swanson gloved it back of him, then fired to first base for the out.
Pretty good attempt to try to block him from seeing it.
Yeah. That was a quick spin move by Ronald to get out of the way of it. One down to the runner at second. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Nacho Alvarez takes the first pitch strike. It was a middle fastball. Under the lights here in Atlanta. Slight breeze, just enough to toy with the flags in right center field. And just a touch of light left across the Atlanta skyline with the setting sun. That'll be fouled off by Alvarez to our right. 0-2. Pretty evening. Just need to get some runs up on the board. Alvarez 0 for 3 last night. 0-2 and a ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Nico Horner has it with his heels in shallow right. Throws over to first base. 2 down. Ronald Acuna advanced to third base on the ground out. Now back to the top of the order to Profar. Well, if you're going to win in the big leagues, especially against a pitcher as good as Horton, you got to find a way to come through with 2 out base hits. That's a great separator in our game. You'll see these teams that go to the postseason, go look at what they do with 2 outs and men in scoring position. It'll win you a lot of games, and the Braves need one of those right here. First pitch to Profar. Low and inside with a first pitch fastball. That fastball 97. He can sit around 93, 94, and then all of a sudden he'll ramp it up. A lot of fuel in the tank with that heater for Cade Horton. 1-0 from the righty. Sent fouled into the seats down the left field line.
Tell you what, Ronald broke for home. He might have scored if he kept going. It forced Horton to break out of his stretch quickly because no one's anywhere close to holding him at third.
One to Profar. He swings and loops one into right field. A base hit to put the Braves on the board. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball that he turned around and dumped into right field that drives in Acuna. And it's now a 2-1 game in favor of the Cubs here in the bottom of the third.
I tell you what, that's a big hit. Drives in a run, but more importantly, a guy that's no-hit you for 5 innings. You start the game tonight, he no-hits you for 2 innings, and you get a double and get that guy around to score. That's a lot.
That's a very impressive trip to the plate for Profar. Here comes Olsen. Olsen, check swing, did not go.
And not just that, but the fact that Strider limited the damage in the first and third inning, so it's just a 1-run game.
Great point. Olsen 0 for 1 with a ground out. He'll take a ball low. Homer last night by Matt Olson, his 23rd of the year. Waiting on this rookie right-hander. 2-0 pitch, and he missed outside with a fastball.
I mentioned that and you did too, Ben, that his pitch count is pretty low. They're limiting his number of pitches with the hopes that he can help them in the postseason once they get there. Obviously, he's been their best pitcher.
Yes. There's a called strike. In fact, I was sitting there thinking today, I know he's a rookie, but if you're talking about stuff alone, you might lean towards him in game one of a postseason series.
Absolutely.
Because that other team would have to beat him twice, most likely. There's the 3-1 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. Now pick off over to first base, back on the dive profile.
And depending on who it is, it may be a team that hasn't faced him before, which would be a huge advantage for him.
Bottom of the third, 2-1 Cubs. Profar the runner at first base for the Braves. Hitters count for Olson. 3-1 pitch. Good swing, found it straight back. Make it a 3-2 count. Olson, 282 career home runs. Likely get to 300 some point next year. 3-2 runner goes, hit hard but on the ground to second. Nico Horner's got it on 2 bounces, throws to first for the out, and that ends the bottom of the third for the Braves on the board. Base hit by Jurickson. Profar drove in Ronald Acuna. We go to the top of the 4th inning, 2-1 Cubs.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. After portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text EQUITY to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text EQUITY to 865-865. Text the word EQUITY to 865-865. Text EQUITY to 865-865 now.
Introducing baseball's all-new National Now.
Cubs 2, Braves 1 into the top of the 4th inning. Cubs will be sitting up 8-9-1, and this is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. And Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Dansby Swanson leads off for the Cubs. Right-handed batter takes a first pitch curveball outside. Swanson, Shaw, and Bush, 8-9-1 for the Cubs here at the top of the 4th inning. Strider at 60 pitches. Here's number 61, coming unwound and missing at that slider away is Swanson, 1-1. Check some scores around the league for you in just a moment. Go ahead and tell you that Miami is trailing against the Nationals tonight 6-1. So the Braves could come back and win this game, and that score in Miami holds. Braves could find themselves in a tie for 3rd place. 1-1 to Swanson, fouled on the right field line. Phillies have a 4-0 lead on the Mets. That game is in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Phillies enter the action tonight with an 8-game lead on the Mets. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. And looking like the Phillies are going to wrap this thing up in the division at some point soon. Mets probably starting to focus more on the wild card more than anything. They might tell you that they have been focused there. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Swanson. Check swing on appeal. Strike 3. Slider takes care of Swanson. Second time he struck out tonight. 6 strikeouts for Strider.
Dansby and his manager not sure that he went around there. We're going to get a replay here, and I think he went.
One out for Matt Shaw. Strider pumps in a called strike. First pitch slider. By the way, those scores are delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. 2-1 Cubs. Top of the 4th inning. 0-1 to Shaw. And a called strike. That time got a slider over.
Ben, I had a conversation with Tim Hudson during the summer, asking him about his recovery from Tommy John surgery and the timing of it all. And I said, how long was it before you actually felt like yourself again? And it's very interesting.
Well, Tuda Shaw came inside and hit the knob of the bat for a foul ball.
My recollection is that Tim said he came back in like 15 months, but it just didn't feel right. You know, the ball coming out of his hand didn't feel the same.
Sure.
And he said it really wasn't until 18 months that he felt like he had really bounced back and the ball was coming out of his hand right.
Well, Tuda Shaw on a fly ball towards deep left field. Profar circles off his route. Edge of the warning track has it 2 down.
So with that in mind, and everybody's different, I understand that, but Spencer Strider just finished his 17th month in August. That's what I'm looking for now, is to see if it's beginning to really feel more like it did before surgery.
Right.
And certainly going into next season, something very positive to look forward to.
I think so, too. Here's Michael Busch. 2 down, bases empty, and Busch with a fly ball to right field. Should be a problem for Fraley. He's waiting on it. Makes the catch shoulder high. Down they go 1, 2, 3. Add all that up with a regular offseason coming up and a good spring training. That could go a long way for Spencer.
Sure could.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
It's time to step up to abilities. YanmarTractor.com.
Traffic and weather can't keep you up to date on what really matters to you. Make Chuck and Chernoff part of your routine weekdays from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Ozzie Osby is to lead it off with the Braves here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch swinging, fly ball to center field. Pete Crow Armstrong gliding right, makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 down. Cubs have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Drake balled it up to the plate. Thanks to that clean top of the 4th inning Tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean country, clean car country, I should say, thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves for more information. One out for Baldwin. He takes the ball outside. One-0 from Cade Horton. Bouncer out to short, taking on a couple of twin hops by Swanson. Cuts it loose right in front of second base. And 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. That'll leave it in the hands of Ha-Sung Kim. Final game of this series will be coming up tomorrow night. It'll be another night game. 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. And that'll be Chris Sale versus Jameson Tyone. Lefty for the Braves, righty for the Cubs. Horton brings it. And a first pitch strike. He had a 1-2-3 first and a 1-2-3 second. And the Braves had some traffic out there in the 3rd inning. Scored a run. Now he's looking for another 1-2-3 inning. 0-1 to Kim. Popped up. Believe he's about to get it. Third baseman Matt Shaw in the third base line. Halfway down the line makes the catch. And he only fired a few bullets to take out the Braves there in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-1 Cubs.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854. 888-780-6854 or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew, give me something simple and true.
Into the top of the 5th inning, Cubs 2, Braves 1. And now for more play-by-play, here's Joe.
Thanks, Ben. Let's keep this going for Spencer. It's been every other inning, but he needs to have a good inning back-to-back here. He's got 6 strikeouts, which is a lot for him lately. And it's basically the top of the order, which has given him fits so far. And Ian Happ is 2 for 2 with a double. And he takes ball 1-1-0. He's clocked a couple of fastballs down the middle. Happ 0 for 3 last night. A wind in the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. Happ, a switch hitter, batting left-handed. They play him to pull. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase one upstairs at 95. 1-2 the count. Now Nacho can back up and play shortstop. Strider to the plate. Swing and a fly ball to deep center again, but Michael Harris has this one measured. He's under it and he's got it. 1 out. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Seiya Suzuki singled in the first, walked in the third. He's driven in 90 runs this year for the Cubs. He's the DH tonight. And he takes a strike, 0-1. There's something different about Spencer in the last couple of innings. And it's just that he seems to be a little more aggressive, a little more assertive. There's a little more of a hop in his step. He misses low, ball 1.
I feel like he's had a few more fastballs on the edges.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's trying to feel for the plate or, trying to aim the ball. He's letting it go. The 1-1. Chased a bad ball outside. Another good slider. 1-2 the count. Suzuki hitting .245 overall. Strider fires down low. He laid off. 2-2.
Big part of that location with a heater, especially against the right-handed batters, it set up that slider so much better. And that slider down and away, he's getting a lot more swings and misses.
1 out, nobody on, 2-1 Cubs. The next pitch, chased a slider down and away. Strikeout number 7 for Spencer. And you've got to go back to July 23rd against the Giants to find as many as 7 strikeouts. Since then, it's been 3, 6, 2, 2, 3, and 1. So definitely some progress there. Pete Crow Armstrong lays off a slider down an end, ball 1. He has delivered both runs tonight. One on a sacrifice fly in the first inning, and the other on a Ric Flair to left in the third. The 1-0 pitch, down low and back to the backstop, 2-0. Nico Horner would be next. Armstrong deep in the box. Bat resting on his shoulder. And the pitch swung on, foul at the plate. PCA, as he's known in Chicago, as the count go 2-1. Two to 1 Cubs. Top of the 5th, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, another good off-speed pitch. That was a curveball. Evens the count at 2-2. Spencer getting a good feel for things, and he's mixing his pitch as well. Rays play Crow Armstrong to pull. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, close. Down and in, but just missed. Full count. Striders walked 2, including the leadoff batter to start the game, who came around to score. Wind in the pitch. In the dirt, skips away from Baldwin. He can't find it. Crow Armstrong makes his turn at first, but he'll hold there with a 2-out free pass.
Third walk, but still getting a lot more swing and miss than what we're used to here lately. In fact, he has 15 swings and misses. I'm going to double check to see where he's been lately. I know that none of these starts here lately have been anywhere near that when it comes to swing and misses.
Agreed. Horner has struck out and singled. Throw to first. Runner back. Crow Armstrong with 32 swipes, takes off running, pitches low, throw down late. Stolen base number 33 for Crow Armstrong on what was a very difficult pitch to throw on for Baldwin. 1-0 the count. Yeah, you're talking about that 30-30 club for the Cubs. He's got the 30 stolen bases covered, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Horner waits. Now the 1-0. Called strike. A high strike. He asked C.B. Buckner something. Turned back around, realizing who was umpiring behind the plate, realized that's to no avail. And the delivery swung on, hit off the end of the bat to second. A funny cue ball hit out to Ozzie, but he handles it and throws out Horner. No damage on the walk and stolen base. Cubs leave a runner. We go to the bottom of the fifth. They lead 2-1.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Do you know the following baseball slang? Today's phrase
go-to during the baseball season is the same one you need during football season. Join me, Chris Domino, and Nick Cellini every weekday from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or The Fan app.
2-1 Cubs. Michael Harris will lead off for the Braves, bottom of the fifth inning. He flied out deep to left his first time up against Cade Horton, who fires, and a line shot caught by Dansby Swanson right out behind second base. Right off the top of the turf, robbing Harris of a base hit. I mean, it was a scorcher. And Cade Horton almost had his hat taken off. But Dansby was playing way up the middle and got the out.
Oh, what a play.
Tough break for Harris.
And like you mentioned, a break for Horton.
Yeah, that it didn't hit him. There's another one back at him. A one-hopper off the mound, knocked down by Horner. He'll have no play. But Ronald Acuna Jr. follows with one right back at the pitcher. Base hit, second hit for Ronald Acuna.
Horton's got to feel like he's got a target on him. Well, that's two in a row that somehow missed him. Screamers, too.
One out, runner at first for Fraley. Jake takes outside, ball one. Two to one Cubs, bottom of the fifth. 5 hits for Chicago, 3 for Atlanta. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. 1-1 the count. Say, fans, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? And that the original hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Braves? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Stretch in the pitch, in there for a strike, 1-2. Oh, J-Ched kind of mixing it up on us tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I was ready for you. Look him back there grinning. Just checking us out to see if we could read the others' drop-ins. People think this job's easy. The 1-2 pitch to Fraley. There goes the runner. Nope. Stop. Now hustle back to Ronald. To first by Ronald. He deked me and the Cubs.
I think he lost his footing for a second.
2-2 the count on Fraley. Horton to the plate. Hard hit ball down the right field line. That might drop. It does. Fair ball. Ronald's around second. He's headed for third. He'll make it without a throw. As Castro gets it into second base. Base hit for Fraley. Braves are in business. They're on the corners. Tying run at third. 1 out.
Just hooked that perfectly down the line. You know, you go back to the time that we saw Horton on the 3rd of September. Braves had some close calls with some foul balls. Just couldn't straighten anything out. Hard to really square him up. He just kept that fair, and they've done a much better job tonight of what we were discussing with Tim Hires. Keyhole that strike zone, know exactly when you want to pull the trigger, and get some traffic out there and see how he does. It's something that the Braves couldn't do the last time that they saw him.
Nacho Alvarez, the batter. First pitch to him, inside ball 1. Nacho grounded out to second his first time up. A rare 0 for him last night, 0 for 3. Fly ball could tie it up. The pitch. High strike call, 1-1. Some hard hit balls this inning off Horton, who's at 62 pitches. Stretch in the pitch. Down and away. Nice backhanded stop by Kelly, the catcher. 2-1.
Going to be a great time for his 10th RBI of the season right here. Top the game.
First and third. 1 out. And the pitch. A little check swing lifted towards short and right to Dansby. It was a half swing, and I thought for a second he might have dumped it in out behind Swanson, but it was right to Dansby. 2 down.
If that had gone over Dansby, that would have been hilarious. I mean, check swing. He had a pretty good ways for a check swing. Probably wishes now he'd followed through.
Right. Would have worked. Braves' only run tonight delivered by this man, Jurickson Profar. 2-out single in the third. Take another 2-out hit. Horton fires and a swing and a miss. Acuna at third. Fraley at first. Horton comes set. He fires. And a fly ball lifted to left field. Not very deep. Ian Happ is there. He waits. He's got it. And the Braves threaten but cannot score. They leave 2 and we go to the 6th. Still 2-1 Cubbies.
Hey, Braves fans.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink. Then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the...
Good ball game in Atlanta, 2-1 Cubs. We go to the 6th. Spencer Strider trailing 2-1. He's walked 3, but he's struck out 7. Looking a lot sharper tonight. Carson Kelly's 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. And the catcher leads off for Chicago here in the 6th inning. And he takes one just above the zone. Ball 1. Joe Ben and Jay Chad with you. Beautiful night here in the ATL. Game time temperature 77 degrees. There's a strike. Called a ball. 2-0.
I feel like the second half of the season weather-wise has been very pleasant compared to the heat we're used to getting.
We had that one stretch of hot weather, but it lasted about one homestand. That was it. There's a strike call. 2-1. Remember, there were about 4 days in the mid-90s.
Right.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air to left field. Near the warning track, onto the warning track. Profar now comes in a step and waits for it and makes the catch. That was scary. Got under it a little bit too much. 1 out. Vance Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride.
Yeah, this is game number 145 as we're playing on the 9th of September. Hands down, the hottest games I have called this year were, believe it or not, in New York in June.
Oh, boy. How about that? Line drive into right field by Castro on the first pitch he sees. That was just out of the reach to the right of Olsen. A 1-out single for Castro. He's 1 for 3.
Yeah, when we were in New York, we had a game on June 24th that started at 7:10 p.m. It was 98 degrees at first pitch.
And in New York, good grief.
Pretty stuffy.
Dansby Swanson, the local guy, 0 for 2. Couple of strikeouts tonight. The pitch swung on, lifted, foul, and out of play off to the right. Dansby 1 for 3 last night. Alexis Diaz, just acquired by the Braves yesterday, begins to loosen up in the pen. Stretch in the pitch. Took a little off. Curveball missed. 1-1. Swanson with 22 homers, 70 RBIs, stole his 14th base last night. Castro leads from first, and the pitch outside. .95 pitches for Strider, 58 strikes. One out, runner at first, the pitch. Strike 2 call. Even with a double play here, I would suspect that this would be his last inning, wouldn't you, Ben?
I definitely would. Diaz getting hot up there, and to get Spencer through 6 would be great.
He trails 2-1. Throw to first. They caught him leaning and got him. Picked him off. Willie Castro on one knee at first base is going to wait and see if the Cubs will appeal this, but I think he was dead to rights. And they will not challenge it.
Man, had him leaning. He was cooked over there.
Yeah, he was. Rung up by Adam Beck. Yeah. 2 down. And 2-2 to Swanson. Time, hat trick for Swanson. Number 8 for Strider. Let's get him some runs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Braves trail 2-1.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Let's see if we can figure out
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Braves down a run. Spencer Strider getting high fives in the dugout. He would appear to be done as Matt Olson stands in and takes a strike to start the inning. Big smile on the face of Spencer Strider. We haven't seen that in a while.
That's a good point.
Olson takes outside to even the count. It's our Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning with $2,500 in the jackpot for Galen Whitehead of Monroe, Georgia. If anybody hits a home run. Ball 2 to Olson, who's grounded out twice tonight. 2 for 4 with a homer last night. Horton delivers, pitch fouled off.
Let me give you some numbers here. These last 4 starts for Strider, as far as swings and misses go, his last start had just 4. 2 starts ago, 10. 4 starts ago had 7. Tonight he had 16.
Awesome.
Much better stuff.
Now we're talking. 2-2 pitch got him looking, and Matt knew it. For Horton, just his second strikeout of the night, and his first since getting Baldwin back in the 2nd inning. Ozzie Albies has flied out twice, and I think on the first pitch each time. Takes ball 1 here. Two runs, 6 hits for the Cubs. 1 run, 4 hits for the Braves. Horton delivers, and another fly ball hit into right field. Not very deep. In comes Castro, calls off all the infielders, and makes the catch. And Ozzie is retired again on a pop-up. 2 out.
Well, he's at 73 pitches, and we're thinking that the limit that they're trying to hold him at is around 75. They get through 6 innings on 75 pitches. Pretty impressive.
That is pretty good. Drake Baldwin, the batter, he is struck out and grounded out and takes a strike. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Baldwin bounces one off the plate towards second. Glove by Horner. Nice play. Throws him out. Braves go quietly in the 6th. And we go to the 7th. They're still trailing 2-1.
Hey fans, Jim Chastain here with ASW.
Texting terms at unlock.com/SMS. Privacy policy at unlock.com/privacy-policy. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. After portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Text equity to 865-865 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Text equity to 865-865. Text the word equity to 865-865. Text equity to 865-865 now.
Lemonade sings a pet insurance customer review.
My new puppy swallowed a bone, still a good boy though. And boy was I glad that I had lemonade. I was paid back quickly and efficiently. Everyone was so nice. Get this pet insurance.
And get a quote at
Hey Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll. Listen for me with the Locker Room Team, Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan.
The night is over for Spencer Strider, but boy, what a nice game for him. Good bounce-back game. 6 innings, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits, walked 3, but he struck out 8 and really mixed his pitches well. Outstanding night for Spencer Strider, but he departs trailing 2-1. Dylan Lee is on to work. His 67th game. He's 2-4 with a 3.39 ERA. And you've probably heard this somewhere before, Ben. Hold him right there.
That's what he needs to do. First time we've seen him since the 5th. Now the 2-1 game. Here's Matt Shaw. Shaw 0 for 2. And he'll take a first pitch strike. I know you're just talking about it with Strider. Just thrilled to see his action tonight and see what his stuff looked like and the way that he battled through the tough innings. I mean, you could look back and see a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings where he cruised. That'll be fouled off. But this game could be completely different than it is right now. And it's because of the way he pitched in the first and third innings when there were men on base. It's a 2-1 lead for the Cubs, but they had bases loaded, no one out in the first, scored 1 run. Then they had bases loaded, 1 out in the third, scored just 1 run. And a great job of limiting the damage in those 2 frames. 0-2 on Matt Shaw. Lee shaking off his catcher, Baldwin. Now the lefty straightens. Kicks and brings the 0-2. And he bounced a slider in the dirt. They get a 1-2 count on Shaw. The Braves could come back and win this game. They would take the series, have a chance for a sweep tomorrow, but need a comeback tonight. Won last night 4-1 over these Cubs. 1-2 pitch. Big bouncer out towards short. That'll send it out there towards Ha-Sung Kim, and he's got it. Sends it over to first base for the out, 1 down. And 1 away here in the 7th. Back to the top of the order to Michael Busch. These last 3 outings for Lee have been significantly better. He had been in a stretch where he was giving up some runs and some homers. Michael Busch takes a called strike. Well, we saw him versus Seattle on the 5th. We saw him against the Cubs on the 1st, and then in Philadelphia on the 30th. And did not allow any runs those last 3. Fastball just misses. 1-1 on Michael Busch. Left on left matchup. Pitch on the way to Busch. In for a strike. Good fastball. And a 1-2 count on him. And you look at this lineup for the Cubs, and you see Happ and Suzuki and Crow Armstrong and Swanson, Horner. Kind of lose sight of the fact that Busch has 26 home runs this year. Takes a hack at him is here and a slider for strike 3. And Lee fans him. It's a lot of power for a lead. How about a first baseman leadoff hitter?
Yeah, very rare. You mentioned Dylan needs a good outing. So far, so good. Had a few days rest.
Now facing Happ, who's 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a run scored. First pitch to Happ, check swing. Didn't go, 1 ball and no strikes. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance, going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarrioralliance.org. 1-0 from Lee. Chase and a miss by Happ. And the bottom of the inning, Braves will have Kim, Harris, and Acuna due up. Cubs have had some action in their bullpen. Their starter Horton at 75 pitches. Weak bouncer out to second. Up with it, Ozzie. Throws to first at a 1-2-3 top of the 7th, composed by Dylan Lee. See if the Brave can get something going at the plate. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1 Cubs.
What's your idea of a good time? Maybe it's adrenaline, like the rush of watching the home team hit homers at Truist Park. Maybe it's a little more chill, communing with nature among the thousands of plants at Smith Gilbert Gardens. Perhaps it's art and culture, soaking up the charm and history at Marietta Square, or taking in performance at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center. Let the good times roll in Cobb, where you can get your fill of chill, thrill, and culture. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. Visit travelcobb.org.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through September 30th, 2025. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Remember the good old days when baseball in Atlanta was an adventure? Book your stay today at omnihotels.com/Atlanta, because some things are too good not to relive.
It doesn't matter if the headline is about the Braves, the Atlanta sports scene, or the college football world. Trust me, Home Team Brandon Lee, weekday mornings 6 to 10 on the Locker Room on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Still a 2-1 game rolling into the bottom of the 7th inning. Ha-Sung Kim will lead it off, and it's still Cade Horton on the mound. And he'll go to work versus Kim, who's 0 for 2. First pitch Kim sees is a fastball grooved over for a strike, 0-1. Horton had 76 pitches, and when he got to 75 to end the 6th, I think we all thought it was a foregone conclusion. They'd go into the bullpen, but not the case. 0-1 fouled back into the screen, 0-2. They've had Andrew Kittredge tossing in their bullpen, so we'll see what Craig Counsell likes to do and how they want to navigate this. Oh, 2 to Kim. In tight, just about got him in the hands. Kim hit a huge homer for the Braves against the Cubs on the 3rd of September. That was a 3-run homer in the 7th inning. Gave the Braves the lead. 2-1 fouled back. And they went on to win that night 5-1 and salvage the final game of that series at Wrigley Field. And now it's Kim to lead it off in the bottom of the 7th. One-two from Horton. And Kim smokes one foul into the screen down by the tarp. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? It is made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, and the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 1-2, and the pitch on the way to Kim. Good eye, laid off of that sweeper low and outside. Such a tricky pitch that Horton has, especially against these righties. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. Kim hits one hard, but right at left fielder Ian Happ, and he makes a chest-high catch. And one down in the 7th. Before Michael Harris comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Cubs 2, Braves 1, bottom of the 7th. Base is empty, 1 down. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris. He'll take a ball low. Alongside Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Good crowd tonight. Pretty evening, and great to have you with us on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, wherever you're tuning in from tonight. 1-0 to Harris. Michael fouls one back. Ball and a strike on Harris.
He had one of the hardest balls all night for an out. Dansby made a great play on him.
He robbed him. Swanson shaded up the middle versus Harris. 1-1 low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Need something big here towards the end of this game. Have the Braves surge back and win. Way we could have a truest play of the game tonight. There's the 2-1. That'll miss low and inside. Nothing has taken place yet. Braves have the 1 run. That was back in the 3rd inning. On an RBI single by Jurickson Profar to drive in Ronald Acuna. That's been the only tally of the game for the Braves. There's the 3-1. Harris pounds one out to second. It gets through Nico Horner. He went reaching across his torso to his right to try to backhand pick it. That whizzed right on by him. Another hard hit ball by Harris. Here comes Craig Counsell. That will be the end of the line for Cade Horton. So the Braves get the 1-out single from Harris. And a pretty good outing for Horton, giving him just the 1 run, but that runner at first base is responsibility should he score. Cubs make the Arrow Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. It will be the right-hander Andrew Kittredge when we come back. I'll tell you about him when we return. It's a 2.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
Error, E4, and Andrew Kittredge in to pitch for the Cubs. Good fastball, upper 90s with a slider and a split. Since he was acquired from Baltimore, he's 2-1 for the Cubs, 4-3 on the year with a 3.57 ERA, a right-hander.
Ronald 1 for 4 against him in his career. First pitch to Acuna. And he stands there as it misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Acuna. Tying run is at first base. Go ahead run at the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning. Right on right matchup. Here it is to Acuna. And he swings and fouls one off to our right. Count even 1-1. Last night the Braves scored 1 run late. That gave them a little bit more breathing room. They won 4-1. Now looking at scoring some runs late and come back and vault past the Cubs. 1-1 a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Been a good night for Acuna. He had that 0 for 25 slump. He busted out of that last night with an RBI single. And tonight he's gone 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a run scored. Count in his favor. 2 balls and a strike. Kittredge fires. Inside, almost hit him with that sinker. So now a 3-1 count. And should he walk him, it would be Fraley to the plate. Right-hander Kittredge. Blue socks up to the knees. Reaches into his glove right there in the front of his belt. And the 3-1. Ronald bounces one up to first, knocked down by Bush. He has one play as he picks it up and steps on the bag for the out. Only reason Bush is there because he's holding on Harris. Harris down to second base, but he went down to one knee and boxed that up off of his chest. That or the inside of his left leg, one. Yeah, it hit right off the inside of his foot and then off the chest.
Yeah, he booted it, but was lucky it didn't go very far.
2 down for Fraley. He's in the lineup tonight. He's gone 1 for 2. Left-handed batter. Takes ball inside. The other Braves run came in on a 2-out single in the 3rd inning. Need another 2-out base hit right here, as Harris will be running on contact. Offering on the way. Fouled back. Fraley 0 for 4 in his career versus Kittredge.
Kittredge kind of lulls you to sleep when he comes out of his stretch. He just kind of goes into slow motion with his leg kick, and then boom, here comes the pitch.
One pitch. He swings and fouls one back. When he straightens and gets his sign, he starts leaning back like he's about to tilt back in a recliner. His back just goes straight back. Just kind of leans back for a while, and then here it comes. 1-2 on Fraley. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Laid off with a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brian Snitker hoping the bottom of his order can make some noise here in the bottom of the 7th. Braves have been out hit 6-4 and trailing 2-1. 2-1, a called 3rd strike. That's a good slider right at the bottom of the zone. So he freezes Fraley. Braves strand a runner at second. We've completed 7. Off to the 8th we go. 2-1 Cubs.
Braves fans, everyone's... I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The Cubs 1-2-3 in the 7th, and now Alexis Diaz will make his Braves debut. 28 years old, 6'2", 225. Braves claimed him off waivers from the Dodgers on Sunday. This makes his Braves debut tonight. In 15 games this year with the Reds and the Dodgers combined, he went 1-0 with a 7.80 ERA. In the minor leagues this year, a 6.08 ERA, but he was an all-star with the Reds in 2023.
Looking for that kind of stuff tonight. Ball inside of Seiya Suzuki. 1 ball and no strikes.
And he's the brother of Mets closer Edwin Diaz and looks like him.
Sure does. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a ball up and in. They're showing crowd shots on the video board in between innings. And there's one that really cracked me up. They showed a woman who had to be late 60s. She just pulled her sleeve up. She had a Braves tattoo on her arm. There's a called strike.
That's the way we roll at that age, big boy.
Had the tomahawk on there and everything. That really got me. 2-1 on Suzuki. Here's the pitch. Little nubber in front of the plate. Pouncing on it, Drake Baldwin. He's got it. Throws down. That's in time for the out. And the only bad news for that is it's the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if Diaz had struck out the side here in the 8th, our contestant, Judy Stroud, would have been the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar built together back longer.
Promise you, Suzuki would rather have struck out than to do what he just did.
There's no doubt about that. There's a called strike on Crow Armstrong. That landed, what, 3 inches in front of the plate?
Yeah.
Check the exit velocity on that one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Crow Armstrong takes the ball high. This guy's been on base twice, RBI single, also a sac fly to drive in a run. So he's driven in both of their runs. He's also walked and stolen a base. 1-1, tipped into the mitt. Good-looking fastball away.
Now, is this the guy whose mom was is the actress that was in the
correct.
Baseball movie?
Yeah.
The Rookie?
I believe it's Little Bigley.
Oh, Little Big, okay.
1-2 outside.
That's cool.
Where the kid is the manager of the Twins.
Oh, yeah.
That was that one. And she was
the mom?
The mom of the kid, and now she's the mom of a Major League Baseball player. 2-2 pitch. And that got him in the foot. He's got a hot foot down to first base. It was a slider that got him right in the foot. So he's on base for the 3rd time of the game. Hit him on the left toe.
That sure caused him to spring up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It's like he was spring loaded. Here's Nico Horner. Runner takes off. I don't guess his toes hurting that bad. Throw down, not in time.
Yeah, that was a good deke.
Second steal of the night for Pete Crow Armstrong. He has a dozen steals this year. Take that back. He has 34 steals this year. Looking at Willie Castro's line right above his. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball outside. This is a big moment of the game right here, that runner at second. Braves have done a nice job tonight limiting damage. Cubs know that this could be a much larger lead. That's frustrated them all night. 2-0 pitch. Looked pretty good from here, but he doesn't get the call from C.B. Buckner. 3-0 on Horner. Diaz, a glance to second. 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike. That was the exact same pitch.
Exact same pitch. I remember asking Bobby Cox one time about CB. Yeah, he's been umpiring that long since Bobby was the manager. About how do you handle him?
3-1 up and in. That's ball 4. Did he have an answer?
Yeah. He said, Joe, I'm at the point where I feel sorry for him, and I don't even know what to say to him if I go out there.
Just pity.
I can't yell at him anymore.
Just go out there. It's not your fault.
Yeah. Right. Well, Diaz is kind of like some of the other new Braves pitchers, like Munoz the other day. They've been hitting a lot of people, or almost hitting a lot of people.
Carson Kelly takes a called strike. Not much room for error right now. Protecting a 1-run lead in the top of the 8th. Carson Kelly 0 for 3, but he can do some damage. Already seen that in that series against the Cubs at Wrigley last week. 0-1 bounced foul down the third base line. And an 0-2 count on Kelly. Needs some swing and miss stuff right here. In the bottom of the 8th, the Braves will have Alvarez, Profar, Olsen. 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Kelly's hit into 11 double plays this season. There, the 0-2 pitch his way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner with a fastball. Totally locked up Kelly.
Here's another aspect of this. When you're catching virtually every day like Drake Baldwin, you don't have a lot of time to go to the bullpen and catch guys on the side. So he's back behind the dish to catch a guy he's never caught before with the game on the line.
Pitch to Willie Castro is outside. Yeah, it's just in stride you're trying to figure it all out, aren't you?
Yeah.
2-1 Cubs, top of the 8th, runners at first and second. Castro with a high fly ball down the right field line, maybe playable. Coming over now, Fraley, and that's into the first row. He and Olson are right there at the sidewall. That was just over the screen into the first row, about 3 sections down for the Braves dugout.
I mean, literally, for Baldwin, Diaz comes in, you might go out to the mound and go, okay, what you got?
It might be that simple. Okay, let it rip. Runners take their leads. Pitch to Castro. Check swing. And he did go 1-2. I thought that Darren put it the perfect way. He was talking about, especially at spring training, when they'd have a bunch of catchers down there and you just go down the line. So it was like speed dating. You're just quickly getting to know a catcher and then move on to the next one. And that's kind of what it's like right here for Drake Baldwin and for Diaz. Just learning about each other on the fly for the first time.
Speed dating, huh? I didn't know about that.
1-2 pitch. Missed outside with a fastball.
Jonathan, you ever know anything about speed dating?
I just put it on a T for myself.
Oh, yeah, you did.
2-2 pitch. Missed outside, 3-2. So now the count runs full. Castro will have a 3-2 count. Runners will be taken off here with 2 down. Big pitch right here. Braves trailing 2-1 in the top of the 8th. Righty-lefty matchup. Diaz fires. Runners go, and he almost hit him. Came inside with a slider that'll load the bases. So the 3 men aboard have been hit by a pitch or walked. Been hit by a pitch, walked, and then 2 batters later, this walk.
And we can see where the high ERAs for Mr. Diaz came from this year.
Now he has to face Dansby Swanson. Bases loaded. First pitch to Swanson. Almost threw it to the backstop. Good lunge to his right by Baldwin. Keep it in front of him. Swanson is 1 for 4 in his career versus Alexis Diaz. And it's been a frustrating night for Dansby Swanson. He's thrilled to see anybody other than Spencer Strider on the mound. Strider struck him out 3 times. Diaz wants a new baseball, and a new pearl fired his way. Sacks packed full of Cubs. 2 down here in the top of the 8th inning. Diaz brings the 1-0. And he gets a piece of it. Fouled off the slider. 1-1.
I can see how his mechanics can be really messed up, too. He steps toward the Cubs dugout and then throws back to the plate. And that's a really hard thing to do, to get it over the plate.
That foul ball took a chunk out of Baldwin's thigh. Right above the knee. That's painful. Diaz deals a 1-1. Low and outside, 2-1. You don't have to convince the Braves. We know how good Dansby Swanson is late in games. There were many seasons here in Atlanta where sometimes the statistics would be good, sometimes not so good, but he was also so dangerous late in games. 2-1 pitch. Low and in, 3-1. The way that Diaz is dealing right now, he might not even have to swing the stick. Three balls and a strike on Swanson. Diaz fires. Low and outside, ball 4.
Not anywhere close.
That'll make it 3-1 Cubs on the bases loaded walk. And just self-inflicted damage by Diaz. Walking 3 men, hitting a batter. And that'll get him boosted out of this game. Here comes Brian Snitker. Braves make the Arrow Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW or by visiting arrowexterminators.com. Introduce you to the new Braves earlier when we come back. 3-1 Cubs in the 8th.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Tampa.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
3 games with Tampa Bay before he was acquired. And his total of 4 games, no record of .338 ERA. Just 8 total innings of work in the big leagues. He inherits bases loaded, 2 out, and a run in.
There to greet him will be Matt Shaw. Bases still loaded. You got to find a way to draw a line in the sand right here. Not allow them to get any more. Already going to be tough enough as it is. It was 2-1 Cubs into the top of the 8th. And they've scored a run without the benefit of a base hit. 3 walks and a hit batter. Really sloppy. Here's the pitch on the way to Matt Shaw. And Shaw swings and misses at a first pitch slider. Shaw bats 9th. He's 0 for 3. .224 hitter. Seabold straightens. And the 0-1 on the way from the righty. Shaw swings and tips one into the mitt. Make it 0-2. Jumps right on top of him. Trying to finish the deal right here. 0-2 to Shaw. Pop back our way. Foul ball out of play. So still 0-2 on Matt Shaw. Braves have used Strider, Lee, Diaz, and Seabold on the mound. Way ahead 0-2. And he cuts it loose. Pulled foul down the left field line. Hopping right over it was Nico Horner. He's a runner at third base.
He's a good jumper, but not near as good as Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, he took off, didn't he? Shaw had some big hits in that series against the Braves at Wrigley last week. Had 3 hits in that series. The 0-2 pitch. Off the plate, missed with a slider. Not a bad idea. Count 1-2 on Shaw. And the Cubs knowing they're a 1 clutch hit away from really opening this thing up. They'll be running on contact. Swanson at first, Castro at second, Horner at third. 1-2 from Seabold. He squares one up and drives it into center for a base hit. That'll score at least 1 run. Throw goes to third base, and they can't get the tag on Swanson. It bounces away from Nacho. Swanson comes to the plate and scores, and 3 men come across. That throw out of center field went to third, and for a moment it looked like they'd get the out at third base, and it would just be a 2-run base hit. but had hopped away from Nacho all the way towards the on-deck circle, and Swanson just kept his legs pumping. He comes across the score, and it's 6-1 Cubs.
Yeah, he was going to pull up and allow the Braves to tag him so that they could get that second run across. And then I don't know if he got in the way of the throw or not that caused Nacho to miss it, but it took a big hop and rolled all the way to the on-deck circle.
Michael Busch swings and misses. The third run scores on an E8. So it's a 2 RBI single by Shaw. He arrived at second on the throw. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Michael Busch. That'll be bounced foul. Watching a replay of that, and the error goes to Harris, but on that bounce, Nacho was seeing exactly what you just laid out, that Swanson was going to stop, and it's like he had his eyes on Swanson and misplayed the ball because he wasn't looking right at the ball. Bounced right by him. Tough play. 0-2 to Busch. And a delayed called third strike by C.B. Buckner.
Start the cartoons.
Braves will take it. All together, big inning for the Cubs. They score 4 times. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 6-1 Cubs.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you better have a lawyer who understands the traffic rules for big trucks.
And a lawyer who can navigate the hundreds of laws that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager.
Trust Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next-level communities. Go Braves!
The same station you go to during the baseball season is the same one you need during the football season. Join me, Nick Cellini, and Chris Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan or the Fan app.
Cubs go to their bullpen again and go to left-hander Caleb Thielbar. He's 3-3, an excellent 2.12 ERA, and this is his 60th appearance of the year. He does have a save.
Pitch on the way to Nacho Alvarez. All right, so a change in that bounce play to third base. They've changed it from an E8 to an E5, and I think that's the right call because of what you and I were laying out with what we saw on the replay. The bounce was a good one. Pitch to Nacho in for a strike. Nacho had his eyes on Swanson, and that allowed the ball to bounce away.
Yeah, he whiffed on gloving it. He whiffed on it trying to catch it and make the tag in the same motion.
0-2 pitch. And no line one foul on the left field line. Good snag by the ball boy down there. Popped off the stool, made a squeeze. Wonder if he can pitch. He's got a smile on his face down there.
Yes, I'm going to say yes.
0-2. Fouled back. Still 0-2. Six runs, 7 hits, and an error for the Cubs. 1 run, 4 hits, and an error for the Braves. 0-2 to Nacho. Hit hard, but out to shortstop. Dansby Swanson plays it on one bounce, sends it over, 1 down. Back to the top of the order to Jerickson Profar. Well, knowing what we know now, as the Braves have scored just the 1 run, we're going to retroactively make that base hit by Jurickson Profar in the third inning that drove in the only Braves run of the game, the truest play of the game. Actually, you know what? Let's give the truest play of the game to the ball kid down the left field line for that catch you just made.
Excellent play with a bench in his hand.
There's a ball low and in. He hopped up off the stool.
Yeah.
Had the glove on the right hand, grabbed the stool with the left hand, made the catch. So we'll give the ball boy the truest play of the game. How about that? Brought to you by Truist. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. Profar with a fly ball to left. Ian Happ going to drip back a bit. Throws up the glove, makes the catch. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. 2 down here in the 8th. Thielbar looking for a 1-2-3 8th. And this lefty has to go through Matt Olson to accomplish that. Ball low and inside. 6-1 Cubs, thanks to a 4-run top of the 8th. Cubs probably thinking, well, that's what we wanted to do earlier in the game. They had so many opportunities early in the game. Couldn't come through, but with just the 2 runs, that's fouled off by Olson. Well, they made it count there in the 8th inning and did so on the strength of just 1 base hit. Sent 8 men to the plate. 1-1 to Olson. A little bit low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Matt's gone 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. 2 on bounce foul over by the Braves dugout into the camera well. They go scattering down there. Well, if the Braves can't find a way to come back tonight, you'll roll into a rubber game tomorrow with Chris Sale on the mound. It's not a bad place to be. Looking forward to seeing Chris pitch tomorrow. He has been so good. There's the 2-2 pitch on the way. All outside. And really, that's an evergreen statement. You could say that about the last 20 years for Chris Sale.
That's true.
He's been so good. But he comes back from the fractured rib cage, and it's like he never even missed a beat. Love watching him pitch. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Olson gets tied up, swung on and missed at a fastball, and that ends the bottom of the 8th. No runs, hits, or errors for the Braves, who go to the 9th, 6-1 Cubs.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with...
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Before you accept an insurance settlement for damage to your car, think about this. An accident stays on your car's history permanently, whether it was repaired or not. And if you try to sell it, a potential buyer can easily look it up and try to offer you less. That's diminished value. That's value you're entitled to. Value we fight for. Put our experience to work for you. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Rolling into the top of the 9th, still Seabold on the mound for the Braves. Cubs will be sending up 2, 3, and 4 in their order. How about some this day in baseball history?
Okay.
Going to go a pretty good ways back on this one, and I enjoyed reading about this. I always enjoy reading about things that took place in the Braves franchise years and years and years ago, because it's such a old franchise. Here's the pitch on the way to Ian Happ. There's a called strike. So much history. This day in 1914, Iron George Davis pitched a no-hitter for the Braves against the Phillies. And there have been 14 no-hitters in Braves franchise history. That was the 4th in Braves history. There's a ball outside. And I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. You think about no-hitters. We haven't seen one in quite some time, in over 30 years. And I started to read about this guy, Iron George Davis. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Ian Happ. And Happ with a fly ball towards shallow left. Coming in, Jurickson Profar, and he is there. Runs it down in stride. And one down here in the 9th inning. I got to reading about George Davis. He was 24 years old when he threw that no-hitter. He played just 4 major league seasons. He only won 7 big league games in his career. And one of them was a no-hitter. But he was out of baseball by the time he was 26 years old. And I started to look at his numbers, and I come across this one fascinating line that he had. Pitch on the way to Seiya Suzuki. There's a called strike. The very last game that George Davis ever pitched. It was 1915. It was the last day of the season. And it might be the strangest line for a starting pitcher I've ever seen in my life. So on October 7th against the Giants, 0-1 pitch. There's a called strike. On the last day of the season, you're trying to get it moving.
Sure.
Swinging at the first pitch. How about this line? 9 innings, 15 runs, 11 earned, 24 hits allowed. No walks, no strikeouts. Faced 52 batters, took the loss. Time of game, 1 hour, 2 minutes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside 1-2.
That can't be right.
102.
102.
And he gave up 24 hits.
Apparently his team didn't spend a lot of time at the plate.
No, probably not. Gave up 15 runs. And the Giants beat the Braves that day. I think it said 15-8. That'll be fouled off.
Oh, no way.
And then I guess everybody's swinging at the first pitch. Said game time 102. Blew me. That's the last time he ever pitched in the big leagues. I mean, he was bad, but at least he was bad quickly.
Yeah, I'll say.
There's the 1-2 to Seiya Suzuki. That'll be fouled back. Iron George Davis. 6-1 Cubs, top of the 9th. One down, base is empty, and the 1-2 pitch on the way to Seiya Suzuki. And he struck him out. Showed him a changeup. That fluttered up there, and he went over the top of it.
You know, in the not-so-distant past, guys whose arms fell apart, a lot of times they just said blanket description of, he got bursitis.
Right.
Whatever that was, I guess the bursitis, you know?
Correct, yeah.
That's what they said about everybody, and they're probably...
Pete Crow Armstrong with a fly ball to deep left field. Put a charge on that one. Profar to the wall. Has room. Makes the catch. And back into the wall. Think they all Tommy John?
All Tommy John guys. Torn ligaments.
Just didn't have Tommy John available yet, so had nothing else to call it.
Nope.
We go to the bottom of the 9th, 6-1 Cubs.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854. 888-780-6854 or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help.
Okay, roll it.
See store for details.
With Quick Wins Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. It all ends September 14th, so hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery.
Don't rely on the same music day after day after day while you work on your way home. Be a part of Chuck and Chernoff weekdays 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, or tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Right-hander Ben Brown will mop up for the Cubs here in the ninth. He's 5-8 with a .598 ERA, 24 games, 15 starts, and a save. Boy, he's covered it all. 119 strikeouts, 105 innings.
Pitching on his birthday. Takes ball high to Ozzie Albies, 1-0. Cubs have used final game of this series tomorrow night. That'll be a 7:15 Eastern first pitch. It will pit Jamison Tyone versus Chris Sale. Righty for the Cubs, lefty for the Braves. Drake Baldwin takes ball a little bit low and outside.
And like you say, at this time of year, the way things have gone, it's just a treat to get to watch Chris Sale pitch.
Really is. 1-0 to Baldwin. And a fly ball to left field. He'll try it in, look skyward. Under it for the out, 2 down. And something that's never lost on me, be it a Brave or for another team, anytime I'm writing out my lineup and I write in the name of a really special player, someone that you view as going to end up in Cooperstown, it's at that moment every night where it just kind of clicks with me. Okay, I get to watch this guy play tonight.
Yeah, right.
And who knows what kind of a legendary performance he could turn in on this night. That could be the case for Chris tomorrow. Ha-Sung Kim takes called strike. Braves trailing 6-1 in the bottom of the ninth. 0-1 pitch. That'll be tip foul right into the mid of Carson Kelly. Cubs fans getting rowdy down the left field line. There's a ball low and outside. They're hoping they could gain a game on the Brewers tonight. Brewers and Rangers are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 5th. But it's also another step towards at least a wild card spot in the National League postseason picture. 1-2 to Kim. Ground ball foul on the third baseline, bouncing right by Freddie Gonzalez. Phillies won that game against the Mets 9-3, so they will have a 9-game lead going into the action tomorrow. Base is empty, 2 down. 1-2 to Kim. This is high, 2-2. And it's looking like the Braves are going to miss an opportunity to climb into third place. Marlins are trailing the Nationals 7-4 in the ninth, with the Braves trailing 6-1 here in Atlanta. 2-2. And that's all she wrote. Swung on and missed at a fastball. And the Cubs even up the series. Their 4-run 8th gave them the breathing room they were looking for late in this game, and they won it to even this series up at a game apiece. We'll have a rubber game tomorrow. For the Braves in the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Final score, Cubs 6, Braves 1. Back with the totals after this.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Michael, seriously, is that your Ford Bronco?
Yeah, a customized Bronco Raptor.
What do you like about it?
It's a great drive, comfortable, lots of smart tech, and it's ready for just about any adventure. And I look good in it.
No matter where you go to find your next adventure, find it in a smart and rugged Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
A summer evening is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it? We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply. Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Braves fall tonight to the Cubs 6-1. Rubber game, however, tomorrow night. Hope that you'll join us for the final game of this series. Braves and Cubs right here at Truist Park. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 6 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. And then our first pitch will come at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central, as Joe and I have the call. Should be a good one on the mound. Right-hander Jamison Tyone gets the ball for the Cubs. He's 9-6 with a 4.15 ERA. And Chris Sale, the left-hander, goes for the Braves. He's 5-4 with a 2.38 ERA. So for our guys back in studio, Joe Virgin and Cullen Madden. Also for Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from Truist Park here in Atlanta. Final score, Cubs 6, Braves 1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Sallee.
Thank you very much, Ben. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came courtesy of the bat of Jurickson Profar. His RBI single in the third inning, played at Ronald Acuna Jr., turned out to be the only run the Braves would get on the night. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
From playing catch in the front yard to backyard barbecues, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. That's why Pennington, at the official grass seed of the Atlanta Braves, is here to help you grow a lawn you can be proud of. With over 80 years of experience rooted right here in Braves country, Pennington knows what it takes to achieve big league results right at home. So whether you're entertaining or unwinding, you can trust Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
What's the best kind of money? Well, how about instant money? With Quick Win's Instant 50 promotion, you can win a progressive jackpot instantly and win $50 instantly just for playing. Now through September 14th, there will be 2,000 instant winners a week. Look for the prize alert on your ticket and listen for this sound.
You're a winner!
That means you won $50 on the spot. It all ends September 14th, so hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $309 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through September 30th, 2025. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 4308 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
You know what my favorite thing about Braves games are? Everything. The crowds and the food and the baseballs and the food and the cheering and the food. Kind of like how everything at Cortland's Apartments is my favorite. Hi, I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug, here to tell you about the awesome live and play spaces at Cortland and the amazing resident service. That's probably why they were ranked #1 apartment brand on Reputation.com. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare. If you're like me, you get the day going in a hurry with a lot to get done. But what if a nagging joint pain or sports injury is holding you back? Go to Emory Orthopedics. With multiple clinic locations across Metro Atlanta and one in Flowery Branch, you'll find the expert care you need. Emory is also home to the only dedicated hospital in Georgia focused on spine, hip, and knee surgery. As the official team healthcare provider of the Braves, Emory will treat you like a pro. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S. service members in Afghanistan. From then, I immediately founded 13 Heroes for a way to give back to the families who lost their loved ones. 13 Heroes is a premium, award-winning line of spirits with the purest and smoothest liquid on the market. Please help turn tragedy into legacy by picking up a bottle of 13 Heroes at your local bottle shop or visit 13heroes.com. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
From Chicago to Atlanta, the rivalry's heating up, and so are the sandwiches.
Portillo's is stepping up to the plate at Truist Park September 8th through the 10th, serving free samples of our legendary homemade Italian beef sandwiches. Stop by the third base gate activation area to taste some hot and dipped beef. And while you're there, grab an ice-cold Coke and snag some Portillo's merch to take home. Everybody wins when Portillo's is at bat.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Another ball game is in the books, and we've got it all covered. This is the Hyundai postgame show on the Braves Radio Network.
Line in the pitch, swung high, belts one again. Deep left field. He's got two tonight. Another home run for Marcel.
All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com. Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome into the Braves Radio Network studios here in the Battery Atlanta. We are steps away from the right field gate at Truist Park, where fans are leaving a little unhappy after the 6-1 loss to the Chicago Cubs. Those Cubs put up 4 runs in the 8th inning to pull away. The Braves managed only 4 hits on the night. 2 of them, though, were from Ronald Acuna Jr., who entered this series on a little bit of a slump. Spencer Strider, though, was tremendous, going 6 innings, striking out 8. Let's get to the highlights. Cubs load the bases with nobody down in the first. All-star Pete Crow Armstrong stands in, looking to put a dent in the scoreboard.
2-2. In the air to right field. Jake Fraley drifting in. He's under it, slows. Under it, makes the catch. Tagging from third base, Michael Busch. Throw goes to second. It's 1-0 Cubs. So after a lengthy battle on the 9th pitch of that exchange between Strider and Crow Armstrong, it's a sac fly to right field. Drives in the run. Busch scores, and it's 1-0 Chicago.
Skip ahead to the third, 2 on after Ian Happ doubles and Seiya Suzuki walks. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate looking to get another one across.
1-0 pitch. And flared in the air to left field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Coming around third base, Happ. It bounces a couple of times into the glove of Profar. And it's an RBI single by Pete Crow Armstrong. Just got enough wood on it to lift it over the infield. And a soft single makes it 2-0 Cubs here in the third.
Braves get one back in the bottom of the inning, though. Ronald Acuna Jr. on third after doubling off the wall earlier in the inning. Jurickson Profar at the dish with 2 down, facing Cade Horton.
1-1 to Profar. He swings and loops one into right field. A base hit to put the Braves on the board. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball that he turned around and dumped into right field. That drives in Acuna. And it's now a 2-1 game in favor of the Cubs here in the bottom of the third.
Spencer Strider was on the hill for the Braves. His final line, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and these 8 strikeouts.
1-2 pitch to Horner. A reach and a miss, and he struck him out with a slider. That's a good pitch, breaking down and away from the right-handed batter. Comes along at a good time for Strider, and 2 down. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch. Take a hike. Swanson swings and misses at a slider. 2-2 check swing and appeal. Yes, sir. He went. Struck him out with a curveball. Strikeout number 3 for Spencer Strider. 1-2 to Kelly. Fanned him. Went with a slider away. Had the good curveball to get to strike 2 and the good slider away for strike 3. Ready with a 2-2 Strider. And he cuts it loose. And he struck him out. Used a slider to fan Castro.
Great job.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Swanson. Check swing. An appeal. Strike 3. Slider takes care of Swanson. Second time he struck out tonight. 6 strikeouts for Strider.
1 out, nobody on, 2-1 Cubs. The next pitch, taste of slider, down and away. Strikeout number 7 for Spencer. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out for the 3rd time. Hat trick for Swanson. Number 8 for Strider.
Strider was very slider heavy today, and that was a big part of his success. Top of the 8th, Alexis Diaz loads the bases after walking 2 and hitting another batter. Dansby Swanson at the plate with 2 down, looking to add on.
3 balls and a strike on Swanson. Diaz fires. Low and outside, ball 4.
Not anywhere close.
That'll make it 3-1 Cubs on the bases loaded walk. And just self-inflicted damage by Diaz. Walking 3 men, hitting a batter. And that'll get him boosted out of this game.
Connor Siebold comes in for Diaz, and the first batter he faces is Matt Shaw.
1-2 from Siebold. He squares one up and drives it into center for a base hit. That'll score at least one run. Throw goes to third base, and they can't get the tag on Swanson. It bounces away from Nacho. Swanson comes to the plate and scores, and 3 men come across. That throw out of center field went to third, and for a moment it looked like they'd get the out at third base, and it would just be a 2-run base hit. But it hopped away from Nacho all the way towards the on-deck circle, and Swanson just kept his legs pumping. He comes across to score, and it's 6-1 Cubs.
Bottom of the ninth, Ben Brown on the hill for the Cubs with Ha-Sung Kim at the plate as the Braves' final hope.
2-2, and that's all she wrote. Swung on and missed at a fastball, and the Cubs even up the series. Their 4-run eighth gave them the breathing room they were looking for late in this game, and they won it to even this series up at a game apiece. We'll have a rubber game tomorrow. For the Braves in the ninth, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Final score, Cubs 6, Braves 1.
Cade Horton gets the win for the Cubbies. He's 10-4 on the season. Spencer Strider, despite the solid performance, gets the loss. He's 5-13. Fans, there's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai that you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Before we hit a break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Welcome back, hey friends. At Racetrack, we understand the importance of good food, cold drinks, and a great game. Be sure to download the Racetrack app now to stay up to date on amazing in-store offers and become a valued rewards member. Head to Racetrack for whatever gets you going. We'll take a break. When we come back, you'll hear sound from the clubhouse. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
It's time. Time for delivery when and where you need it. Lumber, paint, doors, windows, and plumbing delivered. Same day, next day, or scheduled on your timeline. From framing to flooring, we bring the whole job to you. Any job, big or small, delivered from one trusted partner. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. Two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
When you're looking for leading cardiac treatment, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 5 emergency cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need us most. We lead with more than 55 locations in Georgia. That means we're always in the heart of your neighborhood. We lead with clarity, because clear direction is better when it comes to understanding every step of your treatment. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Hey Atlanta Braves fans, this is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time. Strike two. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike three. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all. Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Can we clear the
hospital now. The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
If you missed any of today's Braves action, the Hyundai Postgame Show has you covered. You're locked into the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back. Hey, fans, injuries can be devastating in baseball and in life. If you or someone you love are injured in an accident, there's only one call to make. Attorney Ken Nugent and his team. This season, Ken Nugent and pitcher Chris Sale have teamed up to remind all of us that our brave first responders also put Georgians first when devastating injuries occur. Each month, one first responder will be recognized for their tremendous service with a $1,500 award courtesy of attorney Ken Nugent. And that first responder will join Ken and Chris Sale on the field before a home game. Monthly recipients are announced during the final Braves Clubhouse Report of the month, heard on the flagship of the Braves Radio Network, 680 The Fan. Nominate a first responder today at callken.com/first responder. That's callken.com/first responder. Attorney Ken Nugent, one call. That's all. Spencer Strider went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 8. And here is Spencer Strider after the game.
Considering how that sort of began and how it ended, how were you pleased with the finishing stages there?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's important, especially in the stage of the season, just to get as deep into the games as possible and try to take a load off the pen. Want to have clean innings, want to be efficient. I felt like we made some good pitches, and I put a lot of those base runners on base. So of course, you can make a good pitch and give up a bloop, but it doesn't matter. You put a guy on base. So it's still something to feel good about, just making pitches with guys on base, however they got there.
How about just your change there? That third inning, you're in trouble, and you just say, okay, I'm going to change up and breaking balls, and then those next 2 innings, and then also the 6th inning to be able to go right back to that fastball and have success. How encouraging is that?
Yeah, it's something we've talked about. Baldy, Murph, and I, Cranny, it's just feeling comfortable throwing whatever the situation calls for, regardless of anything else. So I think that given, where I was and where I am still, just not having this consistent stuff the way we'd ideally have it, developing the confidence on both sides, the catcher and me as well, being able to go to what a situation calls for is important. And we've got these outings and, this part of the season. Obviously it's not where we wanted to be, but we've got this situation to try to work on those things regardless of the outcome. So obviously still trying to compete and get outs, but I think to do that you've got to grow and you've got to find ways to get better. And then my thought process is if I can learn some things and find ways to grow based on where I'm at in the short term, and then go into the off season and try to put some things back together and really hone in on some more central skills, then I'll be in an even better spot next year.
That's what I was going to ask. Could this be beneficial for you next year? If next year you're throwing as hard as ever?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that should be the focus all the time. I think even if we were leading the division heading into the postseason right now, I think we've the motivation and kind of the application of that process would look different, but you got to get better. So from start.